on YouTube. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, I like that. All right, cool. Um, the narrator here, the elder Oliver Jackson Bay, and I'm with here with my other co-host, Sister Wilhelmina Bay
Islam.
Islam, and I want to address something that real quick, Sister. You don't know nothing about this, but a past couple of days, there's something or someone, some troll or whatever, been sliding into my DMs.
I've
You
been seeing
a lot
messages.
of, and I want to address this not to all Moroccans, but
Mhm.
just to certain ones who getting out here saying that Moors over here who are indigenous here to the Americas,
Mhm.
that we're stealing this, the cherry tree, the
Yeah.
true American flag,
Mhm.
the
I've been
real
seeing
Old
that.
Glory. Let's get. I'm gonna address this. Let me address this real straight, so you don't get no ideas. Where we're standing at, where we domicile at, this is Morocco. America is Morocco. Not there. It's an extension of Northwest North Africa.
All right.
This is the Maghreb Al Oscar, the most extreme west. Okay, for all y'all Moroccans that think, some of you, few of you Moroccans, I ain't saying all of you, so I'm not going to generalize you. Just a few certain ones that want to get out there and think that, oh, that they still on flag and all this stuff. First of all, this flag happens to be over 10,000 years old. And before then, they even had the five-pointed green star, the
Mhm.
seal of Suleiman,
Get them.
plain and simple. It was pure red at the time.
Get them.
And it's over 10,000 years old. And it's flown on these shores here prior to 1492, prior to 1913, when Prophet Noble Drew Ali came on the scene. The kingdom of Morocco that's there, where you domicile at, that wasn't established until March in 1956.
After World War II, people.
So don't get in your feelings. Put your emotions in your back pocket. Put your thinking fears on. Put your fears on and start thinking for a second. In fact, hold on one second. We're gonna make this official.
Yeah. Yes. Get them. Get them, bro. Get them. Get them.
We're gonna make this official. This is our headdress. Mine's and yours, to all Morocco, because y'all are extended family. Y'all descendants of Hagar, Hagarines. Okay?
Get it right.
Because in case you haven't figured out, America is Morocco. All they did was just change the vowels. The colonizers changed the vowels around,
Right.
and vowels are interchangeable.
Right.
Now,
Why
this
did
ain't
they
nothing
do that?
personal
Because they
against you,
got their freedom.
no personal attack against you or anything like that. But get your facts right.
Hmm.
All this junk talking about saying that you had us as slaves and all that stuff. Well, where you think y'all learned slavery from?
Right.
We had the Albions there in servitude.
Lincoln was a slave, people.
Yeah,
The Lincoln that y'all love to go to Washington, D.C. and go see that big ass sitting statue of. Yes, that Lincoln.
yeah.
He was an indentured servant. Hmm.
So we've always been here. We never came over here on no slave ships.
Right.
And on top of that, there's no remnants of any so-called slave ships over here.
Mhm.
Plain and simple. Look at the records. Look at the records there in the Library of Congress, and you'll see that the Washita Moors are the oldest living indigenous nation on this planet, and
Get
that's
him.
where all the other five civilized tribes came out of.
Get him.
Okay, I got my other host, my brother Islam the Supreme.
Supreme. Supreme. Supremo. Primo.
So That's something else. I just want to get that out the way right now because I addressed that individual because I'm not finna mention their name or whatever like that though. But not to give them no problem. But
Yeah, get yours off, bro. Get it.
yeah, no, I just wanted to address that because trust me, he's saying that individual was saying talking about saying that he's Azinga and Berber and saying he's descendants of a Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
You saying if you're descendants of a Caucasian, that will automatically mean that you're a descendant of the troglodyte nigger.
Oh. Can I throw up the share screen for you to help you get some pictures and so you can, oh,
Please do.
yes.
Because that I feel like this is something that need to be addressed.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, bro. I got you. I got you.
Before I get into anyone, because the reason why I said that the fool turn, yeah, you took a screenshot of my picture with the same flags right here and posted on his IG. Okay, cool, no big deal. I don't get disturbed by that. Okay, Soapbox, what's going on? Welcome, Soapbox, welcome. Yeah, well, I told you we get
Peace, everybody.
peace, peace.
Peace, peace. Soapbox, what it do? Yeah, I went to Pinterest for you, bro. Cause
Yeah,
lately I've been trying to, do research on DuckDuckGo and get pictures from there. But lately, like I noticed when I go down, the picture, be broken.
right.
Has that been happening for you too, or is
I
it
don't
just
I don't know what's DuckDuckGo never had that problem. But another brother referred to me about something else, but I'll get to that later.
all right?
Pinterest, good. I use Pinterest a lot, so
Mhm.
you know. And like I said, they didn't understand the brothers over there and brothers from here, brothers and sisters from here who made the trips to Kingdom of Morocco. You can ask Sabir. You can ask Sabir Bey, and Sabir will tell you.
Just man,
They know who we are. You know what I'm saying?
they know.
You know. So don't. That's why I say, man. Don't let nobody tell you anything else.
Hmm.
Do the research yourself. The information is out there. Age of Aquarius, baby.
Yep. I like this one because you can see the scenes. It remind me of how we had it in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that commemorated quarter with the soldier with his fez on,
Right.
and he got the flag carrying it, the bunker flag. They say my dad used to say it was the bunker flag or something.
Yeah, of course.
South Carolina. We got a history deeper than these people understand, and the problem is that's the way that they want it to be. This is the reason why the world is so fucked up is because of both World War I and II. Think about what they were really doing when the 1900s came around. They
Right.
started killing people. All of the royal families, the monarchs,
Mm-hmm.
Tsar of Russia, got killed. But the thing is about the Tsar of Russia, it was Lenin who killed him because of
Pretty
some
much.
stipulation about Lenin's older brother being killed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on top of that too, I'm saying like that. For those who don't believe this, I'm saying like that. You can always go to RVA Publications. Y'all can pick this up.
Mm.
Morris questionnaire 101. And it clearly tells you everything what you need to know. I mean, I even have some Moors that even came at me saying that, oh, that's not the Moorish flag, that's the Moroccan flag, blah, blah, blah. The Moorish flag got the shimmer. I'm like,
Right. It's like, do y'all even think, you know, are
you know,
y'all minds even, upgraded enough to even go back before the United States Board of Education existed and
yeah,
before they threw together lesson plans that they wanted all schools to be networked to and to be teaching from? Do y'all ever stop to think that the shit that is a lie that they told you on purpose.
Mhm. Yeah, and
some common sense out here, man.
yeah. Go ahead, Supreme. Go ahead. I know you've been sitting on the side, sitting in the cut.
Yeah, I was just saying they ain't thinking. People are not using common sense these days.
They're really not.
And
Sense
that's
is uncommon.
yeah, and that's something that's seriously missing in this society these days. Common sense. I think I could speak for everybody, everybody here, the whole squad, that we was brought up on common sense.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Our parents didn't have the best education in their time when they were coming up in the 30s, the 1920s, the 30s and 40s and the 50s,
Mm-hmm.
or even the 60s. But
But
they
if you call them black,
but
it
they
was gonna be a fight.
in family value and values.
Yeah. Yeah, because
You was gonna get your ass whooped for calling people black. They didn't play that black and Negro shit back in those days.
Bingo.
thank you. Tell them, bro.
That's another thing. That's why I personally I cringe when I hear somebody like address me as saying that I'm black or African American. I mean, like I just
It's like synonymous with nice for me. Like,
it's synonymous with nice. And
Right.
to
Yep.
everybody out there, please, get your etymology dictionary. Get your etymology dictionary. And the reason why you probably ask yourself, what's wrong with saying nice? Nice means not knowing. Nice means stupid.
Yep.
like,
So
your fucking intuition should tell you, like mine did. Like when I was in elementary, if one of my teachers, whenever they say, "Oh, Willie, you such a good student, a nice little girl," and I just felt like you saying something about me. I just don't know what the hell it is you getting at, But that word, the way you using it, and the way your hand is on my shoulder, and as you looking at me as you saying it, and you're smiling, I feel like those was fighting words, and they were.
exactly.
They really are, But the thing, what I noticed, y'all, and I know y'all probably can see it too because y'all are older than me. I
Right.
feel blessed that I had my parents who are old, because I know for certain my peers, when I was going to school with them, I could see that they weren't gonna really make it good in life like they thought of themselves. And now it's played out with, just look at 2020 today. They think that they getting progress and getting heard out here and getting over finally because they got what you call it, an agitator, as they trying to make Trump out to be, in the White House.
Right.
All of a sudden Hollywood is now catering to the ones that say that they black. Are y'all noticing that?
Oh, I noticed that heavy because keep in mind, Hollywood, or should I call them Pedo Wood, have been hand in hand, been boyfriend and girlfriend with the Democrat National Party for decades, for the past 50 years, maybe even longer. So that's nothing new.
Right.
Plus, on top of that, you also got to understand that the FBI, CIA, they all also done infiltrate. They tentacles also spread throughout Hollywood.
Right.
So they know why you think let's take it back to 2016 when the Knight Templar and John Burke's society member Donald John Trump came down that escalator with him and Melania, and he announced that he was running for president of the United States. One of the first things, not Access Hollywood, but Entertainment Tonight and all this, they zoomed in on the cameras to George Clooney, to Tom Hanks, to several other celebrities, saying like there is never going to be a President Donald Trump.
Right.
And said Tom Hanks saying Donald Trump will never become president. I bet my life on it. so and so like this, and laughed at it.
Right.
Obama, him himself, said it like that Donald Trump would never be president. And a reporter asked him, "How you know?" Because I believe in the people.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna believe in? And I asked Mr. Obama this: How you gonna believe in somebody that you sold out?
Right.
As my
Like, how
brother
do you do
Supreme
it?
eloquently put it,
How do you do it?
you know. But look what happened. They had to come up with the Russia collusion jump. They had to, because you know why? Because the fact of the matter that they were bitter that Trump beat the brakes.
Beat
Well,
the
the motherfuckers was in panic mode.
They
Mm-hmm.
went in panic mode.
They went full blown panic mode on both sides.
Yeah, and they went in bitter mode too. It's like this. It's like, okay, you know how it is. Like, how you had the hot girlfriend, but then she decided, and then you still was treating her like junk. But then she decided that another cat came along that
Yeah.
appreciated her, did her better, whatever like that. And she decided to go and upgrade.
Right.
Not only decided to go upgrade, they took it to the next level and got married. So now the ex feeling bitter, feeling vengeful. So they won't pay back. And that's what the deep state is about. That's what Obama then was doing.
Mm-hmm.
They were running a shadow presidency behind the scenes.
Right.
Because let's keep it straight, people. Everybody think, the average people gonna think, oh, what, Trump didn't get elected, he got appointed. 2016 was never an election, he got appointed.
Right.
Okay, just like any other corporation, the United States, which is a corporation, they appoint a new person to become president.
Right. Because look how Hillary had reacted. Everybody was like, but Hillary had the most votes.
Yeah. And they don't realize, they don't see, now that's another thing. They don't understand body politics. Popular vote don't count. The electoral college vote, that's what counts in that corporate. And that's one of the 5 spells I want to bring up right now. That's got to be broken, because right now we coming at the end game. We watching the best movie ever made, and we coming at the end game right now. One of the 5 spells that's got to be broken. That's the first one. This corporate presidential election. You know what's the other 4?
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. Well, not Halloween. Well, yes, Halloween. The second one, break the spell of Black Lives Matter. Definitely. Oh God. Breaking the spell, and they being exposed right now. And the other 3, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
These 5 spells got to be broken.
Right. They have to. It's time. I refuse to be going through this bullshit from here on out in 2021. Let it happen. Let it be what it's gonna be. Let the chips fall, people. Sit your ass down. You don't go walking when you feel an earthquake, do you?
Well, it's just like what Cliff say. When you got 2 bulls or 2 bullies going at each other,
right?
You don't get in the middle of that to try to play peacemaker.
Hell no.
You fall the fuck back.
Right.
And you do and we do our thing and build our nation. And that's how we do. We build our nation. Right. And we go ahead and do what we need to do.
Right.
Because I'm saying like that, the Great Awakening is happening already.
It's already here.
You don't heard me say plenty of times, people. Just look what happened at the Republican National Convention when Trump had accepted the nomination. Notice there was 17 banners on the left. 17 Star Spangled Banners on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already stated the marquee calendar, October 10, 17, 2020.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
And I won't speak on that part anymore. I'll let y'all see that for yourself because it's gonna be a surprise. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Look what's already is happening right now. And I posted this on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
You already got one of the things that's going on. Trump them know the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots, the White Hats, the Alliance, they know the playbook.
Right.
And they set the traps. And like I said, the deep state, they're falling right into it. That thing with Pelosi getting caught up in that hair salon, that was one of those traps.
That's something that you just can't. You can't make that shit up if you tried.
You can't.
She trapped herself doing that stupid shit, man.
Like, yeah, like, and then y'all still not gonna give these people no money. You ain't letting them go back to work. Y'all, you trying to hold them hostage.
Hey, Supreme, look you heard about what's going on in California right now, particularly in Oregon. It's literally
with the fire.
Not the fires, the sky. It's orange over there.
What?
Yeah, I got something for you too. I got something for you. Hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah, throw it up on it, bro.
See, yeah. I got you, Supremes. If you want, however you want to do it, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I just said like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Oregon.
I don't know whether it's from the fires in California or what, but
yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, there you go, right there. Wow. Click on that first one or that second one.
First or second.
Clicked on the second one because the first one was just them trees.
Okay.
Woo!
See that? Do y'all know what that's coming from?
Yeah.
That's coming from the planets passing by the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The what, Supreme?
Say it again, Supreme. Say it out loud.
It's the planets moving. Well, it's the planets passing by the Earth.
Ooh.
Black sun.
And the day is Wednesday. We are in Mercury.
Yep.
The communication.
Exactly.
Y'all got the app Sky Guide? I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see. Where the planets at? All right, Jupiter and Saturn. If I go outside, they right beside Venus, where's the moon at? Hold on. I believe you, Supreme, because after what we saw, what was that? It's been a week now since Chadwick's death.
Yeah.
Almost or whatever. I believe it because the way that those planets lined up, that was wild to see. Let me see. Get the app Sky. Yes, Sky got it. You got it too, oh.
No, I ain't got it, but I just wanted to everybody know that that's the app to get.
Yeah, it's just like you can see every little thing.
Because you look at that right there. I mean, barely could see Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm. Just barely. Look at this.
Golden Gate Bridge, for that matter.
Yeah.
So this just isn't not in San Francisco. This is in Oregon as well.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be looking for that picture. Hey, Angel, be quiet. Oregon sky. Somebody said that it was because of somebody had a gender reveal party.
Who what?
A gender reveal. And one of the they
Okay.
were, you know, when folks about to have a baby, they do these gender reveals. Now it ain't just a regular baby shower no more.
Oh.
Yeah, people be throwing parties for the ultrasound picture and shit.
Yeah.
It's wild out here. But anyway, that's what I heard.
But everything Supreme said is kind of true, because here's a funny thing. You ain't gonna believe what I'm about to say. They said friends of mine up in the Panhandle and then Alabama said that they were experiencing little earthquakes in Alabama and Florida, and Panhandle of Florida, where I'm at.
It's been a long time since 1811, ain't it?
Tell me about it.
The Madrid earthquake.
Yep.
Don't teach us about that though.
Yeah. Like I said, 2020 is all about clarity. It's all about focus. So, these things have to happen, so therefore people can finally wake up out this illusion and start to realize what the hell's going on. Look at what it says about in Portland. Tonight's sky. Mercury rise and set in Portland. Now the day's Wednesday. That's the day for Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication.
Right.
And Mercury evolves itself around what? The sun.
The sun.
It's the closest planet to it. So it goes back to everything what Supreme just said. All the planets are passing. Venus, Mars.
Yeah. Venus, rising sun. Yeah, this is just too many planets. It's too much of a coincidence for all these planets to line up the way that they want. You know. Say it again, Supreme.
So it sounds like that dormant DNA.
Yeah, the DNA. People. That's another thing. I remember maybe 2 weeks ago, astrologer that I follow on Instagram, she said the DNA structure of people is changing. She said you're gonna want more water and less food. And do y'all know, for like that whole week I had been like not hungry for food, but I kept being thirsty.
Right.
I just wanted water. Did that happen to y'all? Because when I checked her comment section, a lot of other people was like, yeah, that's been happening with me too. And
I stay thirsty and I stay hungry.
I guess the appetite is back a little bit now, but for that week, I was mostly thirsty the whole time, not too hungry. It's like you said, I mean, not the cream. It's like you said about that 5D, upgrading to the 5D. Explain that to people that remember it, because I know you posted it. Huh?
I'm hearing somebody talking in the background.
Oh.
Yes. So, Boss Jones, you were trying to say something?
I think it was Supreme, probably background, I think.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Oh, you good. Okay. You good.
All right.
Yeah, I was talking about that 5D. I think you had posted about it. The Earth is supposed to be upgrading from 4D or 3D or something up to 5D. You remember that?
5G?
5D, the Earth.
Right.
Not the 5G, the 5D. Tell me what that's about.
Mm-hmm. Huh? What is that? But I think we already there right now, though. But
my bad. You think we there? Yeah, tell them what that's supposed to be about, though. And for those that don't know.
5D, which is short for fifth dimension. Um, we probably already in there right now, if not there.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is about it, nobody doesn't know it. A lot of people don't know nothing about it because we got too many distractions going on right now. And,
Right.
you know, so, but for those who happen to be enlightened, we're already, we're already there.
Mm-hmm.
We're already there.
I believe it too. I believe it. Yeah. I don't think nothing is going the way that they planned. I've been noticing it was a movie that what's that chick? She used to play she's black. She used to play like she was Elvis and Prince. Janelle Monáe.
Right.
That she has a movie coming out, I think. They were supposed to release it in the movie theaters. Now they're just talking about just streaming it and releasing it that way. So that lets me know the way they keep flip flopping and changing back and forth. I don't know if we'll ever go back to the way things were before.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Just like everything, just like when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, they evolve into a butterfly.
Right.
And this exact same thing is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
What we looking at, what we witnessing and living and breathing to be a part of is an evolution that like nobody is never going to see.
Right.
Nobody has never seen before. So
Right.
when I say this is a great time to be alive, I don't say it as a soundbite or a catchphrase. I say it because I mean it, because
Right.
that's exactly what's about to be encountered on us, and we have to be prepared for it, um, spiritually, um, psychologically, physically,
Yeah.
economically, and financially.
Yeah. Because like it's something that you can feel, you know. What is your problem?
And it's a reason why these certain individuals that you see higher up are in the position that they're in now.
Yeah.
It's a reason why you see them in the positions why they're in now. It's a
Right.
reason um, why you see Donald Trump being where he's at right here. Because people can say what they want to say. Let's just get it out in the open. Donald Trump is going to be president again. He's going to be reelected. Um, just deal with that, and we just move on.
Yeah.
Um,
The way
one
they
of the things
panicking about the ballots lets you know that things ain't gonna work out for them.
well, he's kept telling you the key thing, the best is yet to come. So, that's the thing about with that. But, like I say, none of us here, as you see, none of us here are not part and partial to either to a party, period.
Right.
Democrat or Republican. We part and parcel to a republic.
Right. It's like you telling people, like, either way, it's not
And
gonna.
at the end of the day, he's still a colonizer. He's still an immigrant. He's still a foreigner.
Right.
But he's running a corporation, and that corporation is the Union States.
Right. Treat him like basically like George Washington.
Right.
And what I mean by that, people, is that what y'all don't know about George Washington is that he was what you would call, I guess, an equerry for King George III. And he sent him over here to handle the business in the Americas because, believe it or not, they were connected over here to Al Morocco. And this goes as far back even before Queen Mary of Scotland. This goes back all the way to the first Queen Elizabeth and her father, the Tudor. That's how far this shit stretches back, people. It's even been said that Queen Elizabeth I was very close with the Sultan of Morocco.
Right.
So that tells you something about the lands that's when you are a kingdom and you are a royal family, a dynasty, you have lands that you have under your control that you have to take care of. And so with King George, he trusted this dude, this little George Washington. Why else do you think they have the same name?
Right.
George Washington. Then he turned around and fighting another nigga named George that's got the same name as him. Huh? And then they say that when King George got older, he was supposedly going insane in the membrane, in the head.
Right.
Well, why is that? Well, wouldn't you go crazy too if one of your day one friends, you think you can trust somebody? You already a king, so with being a king, you got haters all around you. So what happens? You need somebody in your corner, that you can feel close to. You feel like, you can trust and depend on.
Mm-hmm.
And so what George Washington did was just that. He knew this and he played it to his advantage and got him to trust him just enough to come over here to America. And then when he gets to America, what happened? He shows his damn lily white ass.
Yes, he did.
Showed his ass. He's like, I'm over here in the land of the free. They done taught me how to grow weed, hemp. Oh, I'm living it up. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back over there to you, nigga.
Pretty much.
It happened.
Pretty much.
And then when King George found out, the nigga had a breakdown. Why did you have a breakdown like that? Oh, because you've been betrayed.
Copper Color, what's going on? Welcome.
Peace is love.
What up, Don? Probably have connective issues. But anyway,
right.
y'all.
But what, you was about to say something though. Go ahead. You got the floor. I'm sorry, Willa.
Yeah. My bad. Go ahead, Supreme. Supreme, you there?
So
yeah, I was just gonna say, y'all see that face on my screen, Steve? That's the face I'd be making.
Yeah, we seen that,
yeah.
Face of King George, goddamn.
Yeah, King George was old as hell, going out of his damn mind. My friend, he betrayed me. What? Can't trust anybody. And that's exactly how they portrayed him in this movie I saw few weeks ago about him. He played it to a T. And that's exactly what happened. And that's how they tell it in these remakes, these documentaries that I've seen of it before. And that's gotta be what it is. It's like, why else would you go crazy?
Right.
People lose their mind when a friend betrays them. It's nothing more painful in this world than to know that you got enemies that you can see coming for you, but then they're not the ones to strike you. The knife comes from the one that's standing behind you or next to you.
Huh?
Always.
I
was agreeing with Willa.
Yeah.
It's the person that's most closest to you
Exactly.
that get you.
Exactly. So what we see here happening in America is just karma. Really. It's just karma coming being mopped up, cleaned up. The messes of these transgressions of these lifetimes of these people that lived back then, we are living, seeing their mess be cleaned up. Because I had this talk with Sister Faye about slavery and about the reason that we're seeing so many of us Moors getting killed is because the white folks, they know their history and what they went through, and they still remember that we owned them at one point in time. And in the media, they keep trying to want to spin it that no, Black people were the ones. It's like, no, we weren't. We cannot keep playing the victim forever with this fucking story. We don't really have to take off those rose-colored glasses that we got on and really answer to this shit.
You mean on rose-colored Versace and Gucci glasses and stuff like that?
That bro, yes. Because the way that they spinning it, these leftist media people, they trying to make it seem like me and you ain't been nothing this whole existence on this planet except the beast of burden. And that's not true. It's in reverse. And until me and you realize that it's in reverse, and then we like tell the referee, hey, hold, stop the clock. Time out. Wait a minute. This changes the game. We didn't know that this was what's going on this whole time. So the game's we gotta expunge this whole thing or something, start over, because we didn't know this was the rules to this shit. This was the theme of the party.
Right.
We got on the wrong clothes. We got on the wrong attire to this little soiree, whatever the fuck you want to call it, game, whatever. Black people, y'all gonna have to let that shit go. Y'all gonna have to. The reason shit keeps happening to you and the reason the media keeps manipulating you so fucking easily is because you ain't picked up on it yet. And it's so fucking simple.
No, of course not. They're not gonna. I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna go say they never gonna pick up on it. They're gonna have to pick up on it sooner or later because guess what? And another thing, what the left, the left doing as well. They also using. Look what they're doing now. Supreme can agree with me on this. Look what Hollywood and the left is doing now. They're now throwing out the Negro entertainers and the Negro athletes and stuff, and the sellout Negro leaders. That's the preachers and the politicians to go ahead and tell them to go run with Biden and all that. Latest, they just threw Ice Cube out there. Now keep in mind, Ice Cube was just on there with the Boule Bird, Roland Martin, which I thought he would know that when he said that he know most so-called blacks were so-called Native American. So I said and I DM'd Ice Cube personally, and I said here's a few reference points and books you can start off and reading on that to say who he really is. But we know he got 1 foot in the door in Peterwood and 1 foot out there wherever he domiciles at.
Right.
Now all of a sudden he's still pushing the black thing, saying what we gonna bring, what y'all bring it to the table for us, and I'm looking like, oh shit.
And
plus, he's a Gemini, so you don't know which way he's gonna go.
Yeah. Because when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, you had us in the 90s when you was on it, but then you dwindled out, started going Hollywood, making the movies, the Are We There Yet and shit. And
of course. They got bought out. He got bought out. That's exactly what it does and stuff.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it does. And another thing a lot of people don't get either. A lot of times it's not their fault. It's also because of your vibration. It's also because of your energy. If your vibration, if your frequency isn't high,
right,
it's operating on a low vibration, i.e. the root chakra or whatever, and you operating on a frequency that's basically relating to the kingdom of hell. So that's one of the reasons you're gonna catch hell. And even if it means being harassed or stopped by one of these highwaymen or commercial mercenary policy enforcers, that's gonna be part of that facet of hell. But if your vibration is up high on a high frequency, you know, that's why I say I always recommend everybody to meditate. You do yoga, do that. That's a
Yeah.
form of meditation or whatever like that. Man, look, you ain't gonna have to worry about none of these clowns effing with you.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
everywhere I go, I don't have no issue with them, and I go walk up and down the street, no mask on, no nothing, none of that stuff. You know, I be itching for them to go ahead to do something, but be
Absolutely.
like, man, look, they already know, because you know why? Because a lot of those jokers, they're energy vampires themselves, and then
Mm-hmm.
on top of that, they already know, like, oh no, we ain't messing with that dude or whatever like that. You know,
Right.
why you think why you think they was in trouble when they killed our sister Corin Gaines? Yes, and she was a Moor.
Yes. And she knew it.
I go back and I mentioned Corin Gaines because Corin Gaines knew her status. Plus, she knew common law, constitutional law.
Right.
You know, but some of the information she got too was also from a dirty Moor as well, though. So you know, kind of iffy on that, but that's all right because her family been well compensated for it. For because that's why Baltimore PD is
And
in
the
the
truth.
gutter where they at now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Once you start hitting that bond money,
yeah,
the fucking police be walking different.
yeah. That's their insurance.
Get that bond, people.
And that's something that the corporation, the city, which they're employed by, is not going to do.
Go ahead, Supreme.
I was gonna say you want to learn how to perfect the liens
Mm-hmm.
on the bond
Yep.
and the affidavit of complaint
Mm-hmm.
via certified mail.
Yep.
Yep.
They don't want to see those affidavits.
No,
Mm-mm.
of course
They
not.
are there to work for you. We don't work for them. They are there to work for you. You
Exactly.
just got to know how to work the system.
Right.
Yeah, they subject.
Especially if you're dealing in commerce.
Right.
And that's another story.
Right. Absolutely. They're gonna have to like we at the point of no return anymore. And you think it's gonna be you think people think 2020 is giving them hell now. Wait till we get to really rolling in this decade.
Should wait till before November.
Right? I feel
Watch
like
how the tricks come out the bag.
yeah, I feel like we in the appetizer stage right now. Y'all think shit is really horrible. Shit.
It's finna get up there.
Hella up.
Look, y'all make it to December 21st, 2020. That's all you got to do. Don't fall into none of the traps and plans or the bullshit.
Yeah, winter solstice.
Yeah.
Get your souls and your shit right.
Yeah. The moment they named all of this the corona, like, nah, player, this is some astrology shit that y'all got going here. Out of all
Right.
the things you could have named this, you named it the crown. And we going into what age of Aquarius? Aquarius is the sign of the mind, if I'm not mistaken, or it's located in the head at some point.
Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer.
Right.
Which people think that that's a water sign, but Aquarius is an air sign.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Because it's throwing out Pisces with the water.
Yeah, they're throwing out Pisces with the water. So that's the thing about with that. Stage where we at now. And just like any other air sign, they're gonna tell it all. That's the
great exactly.
Because see, like that's one thing I love about air signs. the intellect, the psychology, and they just simply don't give a fuck
at all.
You see how it is with Trump. Trump has no filter.
Right.
You
Let
know,
it fly.
and then on top of that, he gonna do what he want to do anyway. Just like the video I showed you of him getting on Marine One, and he broke security protocol just to go ahead and put the hat back on the Marine.
Right.
After it blowed up.
I was gonna bring it up earlier when you was talking about the soldiers and everything.
But CNN then wants to get out there and tell you that he disrespected fallen soldiers, calling them losers. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. They don't want to show that though. You know, I think it was Angela Staten, the sister that's running for not governor, but she running for something down in Georgia. Anyway, she had it on her page.
They can miss me with that. And then you had sleepy creepy clone Joe Biden come out there saying that, oh, well, my son ain't no loser. Yeah, he's a loser because he was a junkie. Why you think he got dishonorably discharged?
He high off his fucking rocker when he talking to you in that deathbed.
Yeah, but you know that's the thing about the beauty about with air signs when it comes down to that. So we in the age of Aquarius, and that's what you're saying, because for the past several years we've been in the age of Pisces, and Pisces. I know some people are gonna get offended when I say this, but let this drop squad, so anything goes.
Damn right.
Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the planet of illusions and dreams. We've been asleep for, well, except for us, but the majority of our people, the masses, have been asleep for way too fucking long.
Too long.
And thinking,
still ignoring the alarm clock.
And still thinking that that's reality. Now they getting out of here. Their culture shock, their future shock. They don't know what's going on. But then they got the nerve to be up here to go on hate book and all, and Instagram and Twitter and all this, talking about saying, "Oh, we woke."
But when you really think about it, when you've been in a coma and in the hospital for so long, or the ICU or whatever, and you've been, just in comatose state, think about it. Everybody is at home right now. A lot of people ain't at work. You notice that? So a lot of people, even though they at home, they having to stay home, but still they looking at the TV for news on what's going on. But in reality, on the astrological level, it's like like you said, if you've been asleep for a long time, you don't just get up and start working right away. You got to give your body and your mind time to get itself back together. And right now, we in that time and people still ain't noticing it. Like, you sitting at home, bro. Like, the universe has got you in comatose mode because it's taking you out of the age of Pisces right now and putting you into another one. But you can't just, it's like going on a treadmill in the gym that's up on maybe 10, 15 speed or whatever. You don't just hop on there, if you ain't got used to your legs. That good. You step on there after you get up and you've been in the bed for so long and sleep, you gonna fall face first and bust your fucking face open and then fall on your ass. I know, because it happened to me once as a kid, but never mind how I know that. But I mean, you just don't. Y'all gotta learn to just sit down and be still, yo. Let the universe talk to you and tell you what's happening. Don't listen to the media, because they ain't gonna ever tell you what the fuck happening anyway. They just gonna tell you what they want. We sitting at home for a reason, because your mind got to get acclimated to the new ways now. We no longer in age of Pisces anymore. it's no fish, you know, how the fish be, you know, like fish be like this, I guess. I think that's cancer. No, never. Anyway, point is, coming into each time you going into something new, you got to give yourself time to acclimate. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm done.
Soapbox, you there? They've been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah, what's going on, squad? Everybody quiet tonight.
Yeah.
I know. I know that Hillary didn't go to court too, and we don't know nothing.
Yeah, that we know, and it's probably a reason why they didn't want to show it. You couldn't even see it on C-SPAN.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely know it's something going on. Like, where this bitch at? I've been looking for her all day. Basically, like in the daytime with a flashlight. Can't find that bitch nowhere. Like, pissed me off because I've been waiting for September 9th for forever to get here.
Me too. Until Judicial Watch say he lost the appeal to get the the emails in there.
Yeah, somebody told me. He said she ain't got to testify about those emails, and I was like, I know you lying. Like, you playing with me, or like, what's going on? Like, that can't be right. She's supposed to be going to court for specifically those emails. I mean, wasn't that it, or am I tripping?
It was the Benghazi shit.
Yeah, Benghazi.
And she did testify on in Congress, and the lady brought the shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to find a clip real quick, and she like dismissed it.
Yeah,
They was trying to, I guess, continue it. It was brief. It was short and brief. It was about something else, but it was like five minutes worth of that shit, and the lady brought a stack of that shit out. Stacks, plural, 3 of them. The fucking emails that she had personally. So the shit is out there. The shit is real. And she was like, man, it's just, you have to watch this shit. This was in Congress. This was a few months ago.
Yeah. Somebody in Italy had did a art exhibit with the Hillary Clinton emails, and they showed on YouTube. I saw it today. Hillary visited the museum that this art exhibit had with her emails just in there. And then some news media from Florence or whatever, whoever, you know, was there, they was standing outside waiting for her to come out. I was just like, God damn, this bitch, she got no fucking shame at all. No shame. She came out that damn art gallery just smiling her ass off. You know what? Let me see if I can find it at least for you. So if she ain't got to talk, what we got to do next is what? Ghislaine Maxwell? Are you muted? Oh.
Let me unmute.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell. she is definitely key. That's why you've been why you think the U.S. Marshals been finding all these missing children.
Right.
She knows where they at.
She knows something.
The ones they found in Georgia and Ohio, then they found another 6 in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna still continue. She's telling them where's all
Operation, what they called it? Oh,
Operation
shit.
Legend.
Yeah. That's what that is. The U.S. Marshals and everything is coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck y'all been?
You know,
No wonder though, Trump ain't really worried about all of them
no,
right now because he working on getting these kids home. Finally, somebody doing it.
yeah, and he's the only one that's really out there that's doing that work to put them in.
Right. Where's that damn video? Where is it at? Yeah, they just been ignoring this shit. No one got good and goddamn well what's going on. And just keeping these kids just locked up every damn where. Where's that goddamn
Yeah,
video?
just for their purposes. Just for their purposes. Which is one of the reasons why you have
here it is. Do I have it?
One of the strangest, most
start. Oh. All right, I got it for y'all. Look at her just strolling along.
hold up. Wait. Is that her twin walking beside her?
What? Huh? Let me see. Wait, she got a sister?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh. Let me see. Well, this is March 2nd, they say. March 2nd, 2020.
Short interview. How's it like to be in Venice?
It is fabulous. It is my first time to spend several days. I've been to Venice before, but only for a few hours back in the 1980s. So this is a special, personal pleasure for me.
These emails, what do they represent to you? Looking at them after so many years.
That it was and is still one of the strangest, most absurd events in American political history. Well, I write in some detail about all of the problems in the election. Obviously, we've faced things we never had before, particularly Russian interference, which I have said throughout Europe, Europeans should be very aware of. The Russians are involved in and trying to influence elections in all the democracies. Put your arm out further. Hold your arm out like this. Look, like this. Wait. Okay, now put your arm out. Get it in. Okay. Another one. There you go.
She should know, goddammit.
Wait a minute. She just let this guy come up there to her just to take a picture. Where's the Secret Service at?
Right.
See, you know, that just shows and prove right there that possibly could be a clone.
Right. Like,
Notice, I also noticed
standing behind her just smiling while she doing the interview. Did you see that?
I also noticed too that they had to go. All of them had to be congregated in Italy. Now I just sent you something. I just DM'd something to you, Wilhelmina.
Yeah, I'm about to get it for you.
Very, very profound. Now keep in mind why Italy is going to be key in all this. Remember, Bill Gates, he's under house arrest. And I think he's going to be extradited back over to Italy to answer for crimes there. Also, that's not the only thing that's over in Italy either. You're gonna show it right now.
Yep.
Supreme, look at that shit.
Watch the water.
You got a lot of billionaires, they hiding out on their boats, many of them near Italy.
Maritime law, ain't that what they call it? Maritime.
Maritime. I
Maritime.
see it.
These slick little bastards. Slick bastards, yo.
Yeah. You know what they doing that for? They selling off assets, moving, rebuilding, relocating. Plus, they know if they go back on land, they're gonna be arrested, tried, and convicted by the law of the land. So they stand on the water on their boat because they still want to be under Admiralty Maritime Law of water, which is illegal, which Trump is basically trying to bring it brought back. The Constitutional Supreme Law of the land.
They can't stay out there for long.
No, of course not. Sooner or later, they're going to have to come ashore.
Can't drink that water that's around you.
And then on top of that, keep in mind, the DOJ is already after them anyway. Now, I don't know if you could probably scroll down or skip over. Let me see something.
I think I could probably...
No, hold on.
We can't see. We still can't see it too good.
Because you'll be surprised who's who over there.
Okay, wait. Oh, it's more than one. Okay, wait.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
More than
one. You see?
Jeff Bezos.
The richest man on the planet. The wealthiest man on the planet. That's his yacht right there.
That little bitty ass boat.
That ain't little.
I've seen bigger yachts than that. I mean,
no, that's not little.
But maybe it's just because it's far away in the pic. Okay, got it.
That is not little.
Nat Rothschild. Planet Nine. Lord have mercy. Who else we got? Let me see. Oh wait, that's the same. Oh, that's the same boat. Okay.
No, that's a different boat.
Is it?
Yeah, that boat you looking at right there, that's Kendall Jenner's on.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner? Oh shit. What the fuck she do? Oh, she is a supermodel. Never mind. Never mind. They all be doing that shit.
Yeah. I told you to come get this food, man.
Why are all the yachts near Italy? Because Italy is the home of the Rome. Rome. This is Rome.
Yep.
Rome. I tell people all the time, like, anytime, like, just boil down the water in any fucking problem in the world in history. It all results down to just two things. It's a war. It's war between Muslims and Christians. Well, Moors.
Yeah.
I would say Moors and the Christians. It's always been like that. Why wouldn't they be near Italy?
Of course.
They're Romans.
That's even in the Bible.
Yep.
1599. Geneva Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
Bingo. Let's see. Let's see what else.
It directly says the wars between the Christian and what's in the Bible. 1599.
Yep.
Geneva.
Oh yeah, I know that. See if we can get our hands on a Geneva Bible. That's even
Geneva Bible real hard to find, boy. You get any one of y'all get one, Hold on to
They
it.
are.
Hell yeah. Just like the book I've been looking
Yep.
for, the Forgotten Cause of the Civil War.
Right.
They want $1,500 for that damn book. God.
Of course, they're gonna price them up like that because you know why? Because information is powerful. Is power,
Always.
and they know for a fact the world waking up. So now people gonna start going ahead and pricing this stuff to try to keep it out of reach because they can't suppress stuff like this forever.
I don't know.
You know,
You
this is
can't
why
keep.
we're having a great awakening.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about that, we were talking about Nancy Pelosi earlier, and in that salon thing. Like, what the fuck you think was gonna happen, Nancy? You can't keep these people held hostage in their own houses and not allowing them to go
Wow.
back to work, and then you still not gonna give them no bread, your damn self.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you out.
They also the ones responsible for holding up the stimulus
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
that
Yeah,
Trump and Mnuchin wants to give out to the people.
right.
You know,
They're gonna
which
try to force his
is
hand.
gonna be more than 1,200.
Hey, yo, I call him Father Mnuchin.
Tell me about it.
the ex-Goldman Sachs guy.
Yep.
Mnuchin.
But notice that the ones who doing it, is cause of it is done in the blue countries, blue states, and for people to know, states are countries. So you know, California, Oregon, Illinois, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Virginia.
Yo, I'm glad I found this right here, yo, because I said that about these goddamn vaccines. Like, everybody talking about they waiting on the vaccine to come out so they can get back to their regular life. Shit.
Hey, yo, I advise you to do, not you, but the listeners that don't know about it, I advise you all to research public law, research the Constitution, and research commerce, research trust law, and research that shit till you
Right,
get fucking sick and throw up.
right.
It's vital. It's vital to you. It's vital to your family.
It really is. And
And that's
that's,
all I'm gonna say.
I'm glad you said that, Supreme, because the trust thing, when you really think about it, like, that's what those lynchings back in the day were all about. These people were the descendants, the heirs to getting a whole lot of land. But in the movies, they want to make us think like, it was just white people just driving along, and if they see a nigga and catch a nigga, they just gonna string him up by a tree. No,
That's where eeny, meeny, miny, mo is.
yeah,
All about.
it don't work like that. These motherfuckers is going out of their way to get people that they know will be the one to inherit this piece of land that they want for themselves. Like Asir said, like with the stuff like how Jews, how Jews did with those World War II soldiers, German soldiers. They would find them and take them to trial in world court or whatever, and try to convict them for whatever crimes they did in the Holocaust or whatever.
Right.
It's the same shit. But black folks, they just not on their shit right to be thinking like that. But they want to be all up, jumping up, banging on their chest, talking about Black Lives Matter. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's that spell we got. That's when you even got the president even getting out there saying that he find that discriminatory,
Right.
and it's not good for so-called black people.
Black, yeah. And black people, y'all need to be getting on y'all shit while they trying to call y'all black. And another thing, 2 years ago,
Yeah, see, that's why they pushing the entertainers and these preachers and these Negro preachers, sellout preachers, and these politicians who's also some of them sellouts too. They keep pushing that black narrative and stuff like that. That's or better yet, they want to go who they throw out there in front of our face about this Cardi B. So you gonna actually you're gonna have somebody who makes a song about wet ass P to try to talk about politics, and she don't know whether she's coming or going. You know,
Make it make sense.
make it make sense.
This is who y'all throwing at the new millennial class.
Yeah,
They
don't
spokesperson.
be cool about the back and forth bantering between her and Candace Owens. That's a dog and pony show, people.
Yeah.
Do not get caught up in that. That's a distraction.
Right.
Because trust me, Candace Owens, she's speaking some facts, but she also got her agenda too.
Right. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of, like, whether y'all realize it or not, to our listeners, I'm sick of this shit of us banging on each other. Like, when is that shit just gonna die out? Like everything, y'all cancel everything else in the world, but ain't nobody up and canceling the way that we bang on each other. Like, when y'all gonna get that shit through your head that this ain't the move no more?
Right.
And why? Why would you think that it's cool for you to be so-called clout chasing or capping or whatever the fuck word y'all making up these days, you know, just to make yourself and your self-esteem and your ego satisfied? You gotta bang on somebody that look just like you, but you ain't got that type of animosity when you see a white person out here banging on the same person that you going at. Where is it at? Y'all crawl up like crawfishes. Why do we do that to each other? I want to know, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this ain't the 90s no more. This ain't gangster rap era no more, but we still doing this shit. Why? The Breakfast Club is run on this shit. Hot 97, Ebro, and that other, whatever. They all running on this shit, but why? Why are they still doing this? Why is it that if you want to be a hip hop artist, you gotta bang on another man that's got the same complexion as you?
Right.
Why?
But they're not gonna bang or go hard against the Albions.
Right. Like,
you know,
you ain't banging on the Jew lawyer you got.
The Albion being Akanazis or Khazarians, the so-called Jew,
Right.
they're the ones who sign their checks. They're the ones who make sure they got that fly-ass house mansion. They're the ones that make sure they pushing those Lambo SUVs. They're the ones that make sure they can get hundreds and thousands of bands, so they can, clubs open. But when they do, they can go out there and make it rain. They can go rent these stupid rent the yachts and have big booty chicks in dental floss,
right,
working, shaking their behind and all, twerking and all that stuff. That sort of thing.
Right.
That part I don't say nothing. But at the same time, they still want to get. They still like to be. They still like to be blue pilled.
Right.
Now, well, I just throw up this thing I just sent you.
Oh, okay.
I just DM'd it to you.
This is post-traumatic syndrome mixed with Stockholm syndrome.
Tell me about
mixed
it.
With fucking MK Ultra brainwashing.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is what they feel. You just scroll down, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
That's what they feel right there.
Mm-hmm. Trump approval rating with black with black voters soars by 60% during RNC. Because we know that he telling us the fucking truth. He know that let's see. Let's see. President Trump approval rating among black voters jumped by 60% during the Republican National Convention, even as Democrats and progressives, sought to brand the Republican president as racist.
Stop. Now keep in mind, let's take it back in time. People got to know their history when it comes down to these parties, the Democrat and Republican. The Democrat, as Supreme puts it, aka the Dixiecrats. They came up out of the Ku Klux Klan.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the racist.
Yeah, but they want to label this man as being a racist social construct.
Mm-hmm.
When the Republican Party basically was our faces. That was our party.
Right.
Okay. The same party that Abraham Africanus, which y'all know as Abraham Lincoln, was a part of.
Right.
Okay. Plain and simple. Not what you seeing is the shift of balance is going back to the way it was. Because when all of us was born, as we were growing up, we was always taught and indoctrinated in us to tell us before we declared our nationality and birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Vote Democrat. Vote Democrat. The Democrat for the people. They this, they that. They were liberal. I didn't even know what liberal meant or conservative. Or somebody else coming in.
Right.
Whatever. But then, what really turned me on was 2000. Between Bush and Al Gore. And yes, our domicile in the state had a pivotal role in the bringing
hanging chads.
The hanging chads, all this is stuff to get the globalist George Walker Bush to be president during those 2000s.
Right.
Okay? Plain and simple. That's what made me start learning about the Republicans did free the slaves, but here's the thing about with the Emancipation Proclamation. People don't know this. I'm gonna school you for a second. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't really free us. That was nothing more than just a transfer of ownership. That's all that
Facts
was.
indeed.
That was a transfer of ownership. So to all these so-called history teachers who keep teaching our children this lie, well, the Emancipation Proclamation freed y'all and stuff. No, it transferred ownership.
Indentured servitude.
And let me clack on my Black's Law Dictionary real quick. I'm gonna show you what emancipation. I'm gonna read to you what emancipation really means.
Get 'em.
Emancipation. The act by which one who was unfree or under the power and control of another is rendered free or set at liberty and made his own master. Now, rendered, let's look up rendered. If I got it in here. Okay. Render. Render means to give up, to yield, to return, to surrender. Let me read that again. Which is render is a verb, which rendered. To give up, to yield, to return, to surrender. Also to pay or perform used of rents, services, and the likes. Now that don't sound like freedom to me.
Like as in the Bible, it says, render to Caesar all that belong, render what belongs to Caesar, or some shit like that.
Yeah, all you doing, you just giving back.
Belongs to Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
Yeah,
Right.
that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, all you doing,
So, I got you.
just basically giving, you just transferring something back to the original owner.
Right.
That's basically that.
Right.
And then key when it comes to that, y'all keep listening to these so-called black leaders and these entertainers thinking that they're leaders, talking about saying that you black and proud and Black Lives Matter and all that. Guess what? You still under ownership.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the police can go ahead and do these things to you and don't get charged the number paid time leave. And then next thing you know, they clear all charges, or they get terminated from that department and go somewhere else in another city and get rehired.
Right. Because that's exactly what happened.
Now you starting to see why we stress all the time, why Todd stress all the time, why Cujo stress all the time, why Asir stress all the time, proclaim in Nature El Bay and Obashango Il and Rosmarai Bay and Abdullah Bay and myself and Supreme and Willa and Soapbox Jones and Cliff and Babyface and several other more, Kush Day, Sundanati Ill, Taurus Bay, a few other ones. I've always stressed why nationality is the order of the day. And why you were never slaves, but y'all still want to keep playing these stupid crayon games, talking about saying that you're black, knowing damn well that you are various shades of brown, copper colored. My tassel on my fez, that's black. The t-shirt I got on, that's black. Want to play these crayon games, and then you wonder why this junk happening.
Right.
Black Lives Matter, please. That's not even our shit.
Right. It's like, why? What is the reason that we have PE in school in elementary, and they make us play games like red light, green light, duck, duck, goose? What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get grown, we don't know what the fuck going on in life.
No, we don't.
We go to work, come home, turn on the TV, and wait for somebody that's on there sitting dressed nice, sitting at the news desk to tell you what's been going on today.
Yeah. And that's the thing about with that. But Willa, go ahead and finish reading the rest of the article. I just wanted to put that out there. Just get y'all to think, people. It's no debate. I just want to get you to think for yourselves.
Absolutely. Where were we?
A Harris X Hill poll.
Yeah. I'm going to just start from the top for those just tuning in.
Yeah.
President Trump's approval rating among black voters jumped by 60% during the Republican National Convention, even as Democrats and progressives sought to brand the Republican president as racist. A Harris X Hill poll released Friday showed Mr. Trump's net approval with black voters from August 22nd to August 25th, which included the first 2 days of the RNC, rose to 24%, up from 15% in the pollsters' August 8th, August 11th survey. A poll also found his approval rating among Hispanic voters during the same period increased slightly 30% to 32%, while his support among white voters decreased by the same margin, ticking down from 54 to 52%.
Stop. Now you see that?
Something going on, people.
Yeah. See how the dynamic is changing, and for the record, like Hispanic is also a brand too, same as Latino.
Right,
That's our people. That's our family.
right.
Okay.
Latin means Moorish, for those of y'all not aware.
Yeah.
Don't mean white like they taught us. It means Moorish because the Moors invented the Latin language. Not Phoenicians, Carthaginians. We created these languages. We created the alphabet. There's a reason. I remember in college, one of the school secretaries said something to me about, well, algebra is a subject that was created by Arabs. Well, since she was a white lady, she said Arabs to throw me off, but come to find out what she meant was Moors.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly. But see, here's the dynamic. Look what you said is switching. Now, you know, his approval ratings among the indigenous people is up, but among the Caucasians, the Albions, is about that same margin,
Right.
54 to 52%.
Tanking slightly a little bit.
Yeah,
Is it because they liberals or?
yeah. But he knows what he's doing
Mm-hmm.
because like a lot of people are going, a lot of us are going with it because the policies that he put in place is beneficial to us because the thing is, like when he was at the United Nations, and even at his inaugural speech, his job was not to come there to take power. He was giving it back to you, the people.
Right.
Who he was referring to was us. But I digress. Go ahead. Go ahead and continue, Willard. Go ahead and continue reading the rest of it.
All right. The president's overall approval rating remained underwater at 44%, but the surge of support from black voters may reflect Mr. Trump's outreach to minority communities as well as the convention's showcasing of conservative black lawmakers and luminaries. What? Did I? Yeah, that says luminaries, right? Yeah.
Yeah, say luminaries. Yeah.
Senator Tim Scott, South Carolina Republican, was featured prominently Monday, the first night of the RNC, while Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron gave a speech Tuesday challenging some of the Vice President Joseph R. Biden's pronouncements on race. Quote, Mr. Vice President, look at me. The Republican Cameron said, I am black. We are not all the same, sir. I am not in chains. My mind is my own, and you can't tell me how to vote because of the color of my skin.
Yeah, he still calling himself black. See, knowing damn well. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and continue. You know, he got to say that to satisfy his base. Whatever.
Other black speakers included Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson and former NFL players Jack Brewer, Burgess Owens, and Herschel Walker.
Mhm.
Democratic Georgia State Rep Vernon Jones and Kim Kalick, a Republican congressional candidate to fill the seat formerly held by the late Rep Elijah Cummings, Maryland Democrat.
Stop. Yeah. Now I can explain. I could tell you about. Well, Ben Carson we already know. Jack Brewer, Burgess Owens, yeah, they played in the NFL. Herschel Walker to me is the most familiar one. Him and Trump go way back. When Trump used to own the United States Football League before Herschel went into the NFL. That's where Herschel went first. He was he was New Jersey Generals, I believe.
Hmm.
That's the team that Trump and Stephen Ross, who owned the Miami Dolphins here, they owned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vernon Jones, who's also from Georgia, he's a
Mhm.
Democrat. So, he was the one that came out there and openly supported Trump. But the sister, Kim Classic,
yeah.
yeah, she put out a very savage ad. Um, you, I got friends of mine that's from Baltimore, associates from Baltimore.
That's her, the one
Yeah.
you showed us.
Yeah, yeah,
She's wearing the red dress walking down Baltimore. Okay,
that's her.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the red signifies that she's a Republican for the Republic, but red also signifies too that she's a Moor, and
Right.
she walking down the streets of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. So she's trying to get the seat held by the late Elijah Cummings, who, by the way, did not die of natural causes. He was executed. People don't want to believe that, but I'm gonna say it like this: he was executed.
Yeah.
And you looked at his casket with the Star Spangled Banner was wrinkled over it. Traitors only get that.
Once again, got the wrinkled flags.
Yeah, because people got to think about that. Obama gave Baltimore like several $billions to do the infrastructure for that city
Mm-hmm.
and create an economic paradise.
Yep.
They didn't do none of that, and that was under Cummings' watch. So look at what Baltimore turned out to be for the past over 50 years. Good grief. Not even on Cummings' watch, way before that. It's just been in decay. Next thing you know, the only reason they got fame is because of shows like The Wire. And the riot and the uprising that happened because of Freddie Gray.
Mm-hmm.
And I met plenty of brothers and sisters up there from Baltimore. Corey Gaines, that's where she's from.
All right.
So, but like I said, personally, I'm rooting for Kim Klacik because, if she could make Baltimore great again, I'm all for it because, like I said, Maryland desperately needs it.
Right.
So I just wanted to go ahead to speak on that. 50 years and nothing. Where all that money, billions of dollars went.
Buildings still got wood nailed to them, like windows, doors.
You go to Baltimore City, you go to West Baltimore, it's like, wow. I mean,
foreclosure city.
Yeah.
Basically, like every other ghetto in America, they try to, make everything just decrepit and.
I mean, I see it even down here in Liberty City, Liberty City, Florida. So yeah, I could feel Baltimore's pain.
Yeah.
But go ahead and continue because go ahead and continue. Finish reading. I'm sorry, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, bro. Some of them spoke after the poll concluded on Tuesday. MSNBC host Joy Reid. Good Lord, that one.
Here we go. Continue.
That one. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had flashbacks.
Yeah, we know about Joy Reid.
MSNBC host Joy Reid tweeted during the convention that Republicans had trotted out Black speakers to make white Americans feel good about white nationalism.
Okay, stop, please. Oh God, Jesus, I'm telling you like this. This woman, see, this is what I'm talking about, the Democratic propaganda machine.
She kills me, man.
Supreme, you want to take this one with this broad, please? Oh God, Jesus.
Yo.
Ay.
Joy Reid, man.
Joy Reid, good grief.
Yo,
I don't too much care for.
Yo. Go ahead, Supreme.
Go ahead.
You got it. I don't care for. I don't too much care for.
All right, I take let me dig into her for a minute.
Go ahead, bro.
Joy Reid is not only a liberal, but she's also a feminazi as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the get out there and say that the Republicans had quote unquote trotted out black so-called black speakers. It's like saying like, oh, they just pulled them on the leash like a dog just to speak out and all this. Like, okay, like these individuals, you know, like Brewer, like Herschel Walker, like Vernon Jones, Kim Klasick, and Ben, like they don't have, they can't, they're not entitled to speak for themselves
Right.
or whatever like this. And you know, Joy Reid, she's on that Marxist ideology as well. Same as those three lesbos who are the faces of Black Lives Matter.
They
You
on
know,
that Gloria Steinem tip.
yeah, that's what she's on.
Yeah.
So talking about to make white Americans feel good about white nationalism. First thing first, that's another F up.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they're not white, and there's no such thing as white Americans. They're not white and they're not Americans.
Right.
They're Europeans. They're Albion hybrid Europeans. They are foreigners on our ancestral estate, most of them illegally.
Absolutely.
And white nationalism ain't no such thing as white nationalism because an adjective cannot be a nation, you know. So where if they it's about white nationalism, where's their flag? Where's their geographical landmass? I mean, if you want to count the Caucasus Mountains, but that's just the area, a region.
And they can't take the goddamn Civil War flag.
Nah, because that's ours too.
Right.
Just in case nobody don't know, yeah, that is ours, but it's a lot of science behind it. But that's another for
That's
another.
another bill for another day.
Yeah, particularly Sunday when it's
Right.
Sunday. But Joy Reid, you know, of course, you know this. They got to play up to a narrative. So they got to play up to their narrative. And look who is with MSNBC, no,
Mm-hmm.
fake news, along with CNN, along with Politico, Washington Post. Um,
Liberal city, basically. That's
yeah,
what they are. They like gentrified. They the gentrified news media of all the stations. MSNBC is like the gentrified neighborhood.
yeah, that's all it is.
You know.
So, you know, with Joy Reid, like I said, this goes to show and prove even more that that radical left, that deep state, they still can't get over the fact that they, you know, anything just to get this man out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Anything.
they can't beat him in the polls. They can't beat him in this. So that's why they doing all this chaos that you have now. And you know, like I said, I feel the pain. I feel for my associates and friends over in California right now and in Oregon. They got to come outside and look at a sky that's basically orange.
Mm.
And I'm like, wow, you know, even friends of mine's like up in New York, Illinois, all these blue states. It's just terrible.
Hmm. Thought I had it. I put it up later. But yeah, shout out to everybody out on the West Coast. You know, we hope y'all staying safe out there. Hope y'all can breathe. You
Yeah,
know, it's bad
yeah,
enough with everything else going on with y'all. So yeah, try to stay safe as much as y'all can. And man,
yeah. But we're almost there, people. We're almost there. You know, we're in the fourth quarter of this game right now. So you know, is somebody else just came in, huh?
what up, David?
Oh, David's here now and stuff. So I'm just gonna finish up the rest of this on this. So what it says, Mr. Trump has sought to increase his minority outreach after winning 8% of the so-called black vote and 29% of the so-called Hispanic vote in 2016. So the Harris X Hill Online weighted poll of 2,861 voters had a sampling margin of error of 1.83.
Mm-hmm.
But that which indicates, basically, make a long story short, people, um, Trump going to be reelected. Period.
Yep.
Because people are now starting to see the fruits of of his policies and his executive orders that he has signed in and stuff like that. You know, way before 2020. I mean, like lowest unemployment rate, criminal justice reform with the First Step Act, as I stated before. A lot of my friends are free out of jail and taking up a trade or got a jobs due to that, and um, increased funding for HBCUs. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, your children and your children's children can go to their favorite college or university of choice, where they could get their degree in whatever they're passionate about.
Right.
So we have a future generation of leaders of in our community. Now, the only thing I want from these HBCUs, y'all need to start teaching them about Noble Drew Ali. Y'all need to start teaching them about the Moors. Enough of this. We came over here on slave ship bullshit. You ain't got no more excuses now.
Thank you.
Y'all getting increased funding forever.
Let me also add, and the media has been really quiet about this operation. Is it a legend?
Operation Legend, Faye.
No,
And hello,
nothing about that.
yeah, and hello, Faye. Welcome, Faye. Thank.
Oh, this is Dawn. Sorry.
I mean, oh, this Dawn. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Y'all sound so alike.
Islam, Don.
Islam,
What up,
Dawn.
Don? How you doing tonight, sis?
I mixed
Oh,
y'all up, huh? Sorry about that. Let me change my
you good.
line.
Ain't no such
I'm
thing as
dropping the
messed up.
science on the head.
Ain't no such thing
There
as
we
messed
go.
up on here. When it's the squad, ain't no mess up.
Yeah, I was looking at this operation, and I'm like, I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard nobody mention that.
Radio,
Like, how significant is that?
right?
Like, he's targeting these cities that have been ravaged by gun violence, Black people, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody is saying anything about it.
He ain't getting no head, no thanks, no caduceus. Just not even a shout out on the latest rap album from these
Wow.
rappers.
I'm like,
Rappers ain't
wow.
gonna say nothing about it. You know, all they gonna do, the radio stations are ordered to play Cardi B and Megan the Trainee Stallion song "WAP."
It's just gonna be fuck Trump forever, huh? Even when he do help the hood, huh? That's how we doing it, people. Okay, all right. And yeah, Don, I just see your message. No talk about Hillary's trial today. I saw nothing about it on I. You ain't alone, sis. Me neither. I mean,
No damn word.
I don't know what the hell's happening. Somebody told me early in the morning when I made my post, it was like she's not gonna be going to court or something. He said about the emails. They made it where she doesn't have to testify anymore about those emails. And I was like, what?
But I
That's
saw
so
something
fucking
on
what?
YouTube. I didn't watch the whole thing. I had to go, but
Mhm.
she was being questioned about Benghazi. So I couldn't tell if that was new or old, or you know what I mean? Because I
That
didn't
was
hear.
old. I can
It was
tell you.
old. Okay, okay.
I was watching those videos. Was it where they were questioning her in like the congressional?
Right. That was
Yeah,
old.
that was old. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
This is. Was she supposed to be going to a courtroom or what?
Yes, I think she testified further on this Benghazi shit.
Yeah.
And the emails were supposed to fucking be a part of it. But look, this the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucker that Bill Clinton appointed as a judge that ruled on this shit was the final ruling of this of voting the emails in or out,
Mm-hmm.
voted it down. And I mean, what you think that is? A favor for a favor type shit?
Nah,
And then the dude from the judicial watch, he sued them for like a appeal to get the shit
Right.
Yeah, I saw that.
reconsidered
Yeah.
back into them. And then
Mhm.
he lost. So he's still like pressing the issue though. Like this shit ain't gonna go away.
right.
That's just I
I
mean
mean,
the games they playing with people, so it's almost like like it never happened. For a
basically,
lot of people who, I mean, we kind of confused and we're following it a little bit, but for people who are just like hearing little tidbits in there, they're
mhm,
like, oh, see, we told y'all, you lied, this wasn't happening.
right,
But we know, at least we know enough to know that it's some bullshit. You know what I mean?
right.
It's not
Something going on.
right. There's more to it than that.
Right. Like, fool me once, yeah. Yeah, you got me. Fool me twice. Shame on you. You trying to get me again. But fool me 3 times. Now we gotta meet up. I gotta throw hands and we gotta square up. Gotta whoop your ass.
Mhm.
Just not going for you're not gonna try to get over on me 3 times and I'm just not gonna do nothing. No, we gonna have to square the fuck up. This bitch deserved. I don't even like to say that she deserved her day in court. I always felt like that was like letting these people get off
Yeah.
easy.
Mhm.
This bitch here for what Pizzagate, Obamagate, all this. Nah, she don't deserve like to be treated like no regular citizen who, you know, oh they did something. They swindled people out of their hedge funds, and this ain't it. We talking about the rape and the kidnapping of children. This ain't like no stockholder
Right.
type shit.
And millions, we're talking about millions of dollars, not only of taxpayer dollars, but
Mm-hmm.
millions of dollars from different organizations and corporations that have been funneled into this. All these underground tunnels. And I mean, it affects so many areas of society
Mm-hmm.
for them to turn around. And I mean, I can see how they do it,
Right.
one hand wipes the other one, and so what results is you don't even hear anything about it, not on Instagram, YouTube,
Right.
Facebook, nothing.
The
Because
most
yeah, of course they got the DNC got all control.
Absolutely. Did y'all see the list of hashtags that they've blocked over the last few days? This week they're blocking all these different hashtags.
I didn't know that.
Like even I posted the other day, they blocked hashtag sun, SUN. Now what the fuck? Why would you block hashtag sun? They just going crazy.
What? And it's funny how all these fact checkers is showing up when the secrets is coming out and shit. What's that all about?
Say again.
Oh, all of a sudden you motherfuckers went to school to be fact checkers all of a sudden, huh? Where the hell was y'all at when these motherfuckers was getting kidnapped off the street walking home from school? Now y'all want to be fact checkers every time we say something because we can see what the fuck going on? Kiss my ass, man.
Exactly. But
Excuse
click on that first one, Willow, where it say the complete list of Instagram banned hashtags in 2020. Let's see what they talking about.
Let's see.
Look like it's been updated too.
Let's see what we got here. March 2020. Being shadow banned. Being shadow banned on Instagram was controversy last year.
Just scroll down because I think it got the list down now.
Oh yeah, my bad. We're looking for a list. My bad. Wait, complete list.
Okay, that's all. That's a multiple.
I'm assuming that's old, but I believe it's stuff like adrenochrome, anything dealing with that.
Mm-hmm. Hashtags. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Alone ass day. What? What the freaking shit is what the hell? Ass day. Okay. Boho, brain, bikini body, D. Okay, DM is hashtag block. What the fuck? The hell? Are these code words for something? Oh, I'm lost. What the fuck is?
A lot of them are mostly like code words, but keep in mind, to make a long story short, Instagram is owned by Facebook.
Yep.
So that's another thing. And you know, you got dude, aka go by the name of Mark Zuckerberg. You know, he's under house arrest right now, waiting tribunal. So it's another thing when it come down to that. Why they want to ban certain hashtag, they want to ban. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. This list you looking at is not. No, that's not the.
That's not the new one. That's not the one.
This is unusual because like half of these Instagram influencers wouldn't be shit if they didn't get the hashtag some of these words.
Yeah, it's probably a real new one that Dawn talking about. I don't think it's that one either.
Yeah, it's probably not. Let me go to your page, Don. Let me see. No, Don, you always got the hookup for us.
Oh, it's just I had posted that black and white there behind it. It showed that the hashtag son had been blocked. But I also had pulled up some other hashtags, like a list I saw someone else had posted. And it included things like adrenochrome and I forget, I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it was like it was a few of the more controversial terms that's floating around right now. What is military tribunal? Let me see if that's still up. But anyway, they doing dirty. They doing dirty, blocking stuff.
The way that they doing things is like, oh, okay, y'all trying to cover somebody's ass. If it ain't your own, you covering for somebody else, you know.
Yeah, of course there is, because they look. The point of the matter is, the deep state, they knew they lost. You know, like I said earlier, I'm gonna say like this: the latest thing that they went out against Trump is like in regards to the military. He said he referred to fallen soldiers as being losers and stuff, and that falsified newspaper, the Atlantic, printed that lie, and he never said that.
Right.
Because guess what? The military is 10,000% behind Trump. Because you know why? Trump gave them a raise. Trump had brought them back up to the standards the way it used to be after Obama dismantled a lot of it.
Just like you said he would. Look, you said it earlier. What does that sign say behind him? Paid.
Paid.
Yeah.
So you know, I had not done much research into Q.
Right.
Actually, until you guys mentioned it, and that's really when that triggered for me. And so I got confused because I started seeing all these people attacking Q, and I'm like, "What's the deal? What's wrong with Q?" And go ahead.
Yeah, that's been a lot of things too, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They've been deleting and a lot of Q accounts and QAnon chat rooms and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I'm
And
like you, I'm figuring out, okay, why the random attacks? Why they shutting down
right.
Q? And and I think it's a two-pronged attack, not just from them, but also from anonymous who came out in 2014.
Exactly. And then what has resulted in, even a couple of people that I've talked to, and I was like, what's going on? They're going, well, I think Q is a psyop. No, we're not gonna let. And so then I start to realize, why would we think that they will not use the same tactic against Q that they have been using against Trump, with the coronavirus, with everything? They use the same tactic to vilify or discredit or make everybody think that they're crazy or they're just conspiracy theorists or they being inconsistent by putting out, these. I mean, don't think these people don't sit behind their computer and create memes that they know will get passed around just like any other meme.
They showed that shit on the 60 Minutes, a few months ago, about these people in, I guess, Russia in some back room, them being just working on computers. No cubicles, no nothing. It's just like a computer media room, like in high school or some shit.
And now, admittedly, I'm still doing the research on it, but the little bit I have found is like one of the surprising things is for me is learning that Q is not like a recent phenomenon that's been around since JFK. So I'm like, wow, like it just go to show you got to do your due diligence. You have to do your own research.
Yep. Look at they make Hollywood. This the thing about how they make so many fucking movies about the Kennedy family.
Right.
And when Kennedy got killed, that shit, I'm probably the only. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm probably the only gamer in the Drop Squad, but video game I played recently is Mafia 3. Do you know that they put a CIA type element in that storyline? And then, not to spoil it for nobody, but as you get toward the end of the game, the CIA agent that helps you, he has a secret little testimony, and he's speaking with these senators from wherever the game is at. And he said that he was somewhere over in Vietnam when he got the news that Kennedy had been killed. But then he did some digging around and found out that these senators had names, were the names of the people who were tied to the Kennedy assassination, basically. So senators, lawyers, all this type of shit. Some people even say that, the gun may have came from his own wife. What was her name? Jacqueline? Some people say that, It's just a whole lot of shit.
I have got that as well. There's a possibility that Jackie Onassis might have been under the control of MK Ultra.
Because she did do a
Definitely
little
possible.
of the stuff. And they alluded to that in The Crown.
Yeah. Because the backstory on that, because I don't know if it's factual or rumored that John was gonna leave her. And then on top of that, who also knew, Marilyn Monroe also knew too.
She couldn't stand Marilyn.
Why she had to disappear. I mean, you know, the whole thing. But one thing is for certain though, that the globalist George Herbert Walker Bush did have a hand in that because he still had connects inside the CIA. He was CIA director in the 70s and stuff. along also, you know, Lyndon B. Johnson, J. Edgar Hoover, they all had a hand in it, as well as William Dulles.
Mm-hmm. All of them. Yeah.
You know,
What shit? Damn. Can you let me be great, computer? Goddamn. Yeah, this the show that the History Channel did. They even have it where they allude to Bobby messing around with Marilyn Monroe in this one. It's just watch it, y'all. It's the shit that you'll pick up on, you know.
yeah. And on top of that, also you look at it. Let's bring it current right now. Go to Twitter. Um, Robert Trump, um, President Trump's brother, his account has been suspended.
Mm.
You know, so we like shoot because you know why? Because Robert has some very awesome tweets and some very revealing ones too. You know, um, shoot, you know, and on top of that, he was a true patriot too as well. So
What happened to Robert Trump's Twitter account?
yeah, it's been suspended. They didn't even wait for him to die, and they suspended it.
Yo. And this was posted 24 days ago, my.
Now, how did they kill him?
Um, I'm still digging into that one as well and stuff because maybe they try to do that to get the Trump himself or whatever.
Yeah, the same way the CIA does everything. You know, they MK Ultra team over there. They got so many what they call it, cocktail concoctions that they can give people
Yeah.
and fuck you up for the rest of your life. Look what they did to Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Truth, you know, they did. They shut that motherfucker up. You know, they got ways of doing things. Shit. Y'all think coronavirus is something? Y'all ain't seen shit until you see what the CIA can do to you.
Yeah. Which is
Shit.
one of the reasons why Kennedy wanted to get rid of him because you know that fault belongs to Harry Truman because Truman should have never created them in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he didn't know they were going to evolve into this monster. But when Trump got into office, got sworn in, one of the first things he did was went to Langley to CIA headquarters, and he stood right there in the front of the wall of stars and threw all their behinds under the bus. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I laughed my behind off when I saw it. I said, like, oh, this fool being a clown. He don't realize you could kill him. But that's what you got going on up in DC right now, a civil war. And remember, you had that shadow presidency, part of the CIA headed by John Brennan, former CIA director under Obama. They were doing all this stuff like spying on this campaign, all this stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, the difference between this and back then with, even way back then with Kennedy, Trump them got the playbook. They know everything was going on.
Right. Hey, is it true or not? I always wondered this. They used to say when I was a kid that when a new president comes in, it's a black book that all the presidents pass to each other. Whoever going out has to be the one to give it to the one that's coming in.
Yeah, Book of
What is
Secrets.
the Book of Secrets? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that does should exist.
It does exist.
I used to hear about that as a kid, and I used to wonder, like, yo, I wonder what the fuck is in that shit. But then it's probably a list of everybody that they've killed off the record.
Yeah, we never.
Type of shit that they do.
But like I said, like this is one of the main reasons why they want to get him up out of there and stuff. So get Trump out of there. So Cause like, Trump just spilling everything and he ain't got no filter. And like I say, this is the time right now. They're waking a lot of people up, and
Mm-hmm.
he's doing it this way.
I mean, it's gotta be, and like you say, I believe you too when you say that Trump was chosen to be the president, because what people gotta remember, if there is an Illuminati or Freemasonic order, you gotta remember these guys go by astrology, just like we taught them to, the Moors.
Right.
So if they do something, they're not gonna do something just based off of people and how they feel, because they know, just like any sane person knows, you cannot depend on the majority of a people, because they got fickle fucking minds. They don't know up from down. They don't know whether they want to fart or whether they want to hold it in,
Right.
you know. So I don't know, I don't know if, well, who would benefit from this, the mail-in ballot. I don't know if, I know that the Democrats are riding on it, but that's
Oh,
not going to work out for them. I don't.
not just the Democrats, but the deep state too, because they want to do that so that way they can continue what they've been doing for the past 30 years,
Right.
and so they can go ahead and carry out the agenda. Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
of the globalists. But once they realize that Trump ain't really with that globalism stuff, and he decided to move um, the country in another direction, in a better direction,
Mm-hmm.
with help from Q, who y'all will find out pretty soon, um, with help from the mystery person. I just do this, um, which will bring it back to the way the Earth was, because this is bigger than, and this ain't your normal presidential election. This is bigger than humanity is at stake, but the world itself is at stake. Because trust me, if Hillary was to be president now and she would have won in 2016, all this crap that's going on now would be mandatory and being law, unfortunately. Wearing a mask, having idiots showing up to your door just to take tests and all this other stuff.
Now, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off. You still
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, that's the thing that would happen. So like Trump being in there, he's basically doing us a whole lot of favors. But but you also got to know the left is also too. The Russia thing didn't work. They couldn't impeach him, so they decided to go ahead and release something that Obama and Fauci created in a lab over in Wuhan back in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and say like, okay, release the virus and stuff. But when the early stages, people started to see it ain't no damn virus. I was still waiting on the killer hornets. I'm still waiting on this other stuff.
Yeah, where
But
them bees at? Summer
yeah,
almost over.
yeah. So when that failed, they pulled out. Okay, let's just pull the old race card out. The George Floyd situation,
Let's
the
pull
Breonna
old
Taylor,
faithful the race card.
you
Old
know.
faithful.
So and then these orchestrated riots that happened all over. And yes, we had them here in our own backyard as well. You know, to try to go ahead and distract, disseminate, and discredit the
Yep.
people. While meantime they trying to go ahead and put other things into play. But the thing is, it kept backfiring on them, and they kept falling into traps.
Right.
And it goes back to like what Dawn was saying. Well, she left already. Um, about Operation Legend that William Barr released.
Mm-hmm.
You find the U.S. Marshals are finding all these, busting up all these sex trafficking rings, these child sex trafficking rings, these pedophile rings and stuff. In the meantime, these military tribunals are still ongoing. So they can't show it public because they got to keep this thing secret. See, people think Trump is an idiot or whatever, but no, he's speaking in military code because people tend to forget before he got elected 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks prior to that, that the NSA and all them other departments sat him down and they showed him the entire playbook. They showed him everything. And that's why, believe it or not, they're winning. They believe it or not, they're doing it in our favor. They're, to try to resurrect the Republic. Because like I said earlier in the show, not only he's a Knights Templar, but he's also a member of the John Birch Society, as Cliff would put it.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes for Attorney General William Barr. Why you think you see Trump, you see Barr more than you see Pence?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, people, that's not really Mike Pence. That's a clone. But
Gotta love it.
don't take my word for it. Because let's just say it's gonna be a vice president with him, but with Trump, but it's not gonna be who you think it's gonna be. I can't spoil the surprise.
Behind the scenes, or you think they're gonna reveal it to us in November? Or is it just
like I said, just mark the calendar, 10/17, that key number 17, 2020. That key number is 17. And you think of the alphabet and count the alphabet.
Gotcha.
17 and count the alphabet. 17th letter of the alphabet.
Okay.
What's the 17th letter of the alphabet?
Okay. No, wait.
Q.
Yeah.
It's coming, people. This is going to be bigger than Avengers Endgame. This is going to be bigger than Star Wars. This is going to be bigger than anything, bigger than Halloween. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we're still in Jason season.
Oh shit. Yeah, we are. I forgot.
So
I be forgetting that. So
yeah.
they up for what? 2 more killings?
So, and a lot of the stuff you're seeing happening now, like planets passing by the Earth and stuff, the orange sky in California, Oregon.
You can't stop that, by the way.
Yeah, you can't stop it. All this is bound to happen. The and the fires and stuff that you're seeing in California, no doubt that's done by the deep state. In a few days, you don't be surprised you're gonna see power outages over there too, which is orchestrated by them. You know.
That's probably why we keep losing Dawn in and out.
Yeah.
She is in LA. I mean, in Cali.
Yeah, I know. That's
my
friends are getting the hell up out of California. They moving to Texas. They moving to Arkansas. They moving to Tennessee. They're moving to Georgia here.
Yep. And in that movie, was it 2012 or was it I think it was Day After Tomorrow. Remember in that movie, New York had the tsunami and everything, and on the West Coast it was just as bad, but people kept going inland, like to places like Missouri and Arkansas, Tennessee and shit. Coming into the middle of it.
Yep.
Just woo. Life is strange, folks. Life is strange. Life is like it's stranger than fiction.
What the prophet said like this. The prophet stated just like this. If you got people that's in the South, get them out now because that's where most of it's going to start.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. So That's another thing. Keep that in mind as well.
Yeah.
What's up? What's going on, David? One hour host here from the Drop Squad here. Uh, you got the flow, brother. If he's there.
Dave, you there with us?
Oh, he there. Islam, brother.
You here? I'm here. I'm here.
Peace,
How's
Islam.
everything? Islam. Just
We good.
listening in. Yeah, just listening and enjoying the conversation.
Thank you, brother.
The great and wonderful and exciting times we're living in, even though it can be confusing at times, but
Yeah.
it's interesting seeing all this stuff unfold.
It's like being in a movie theater watching a new movie, and it's just like you sitting there watching it, like you confused at the same time, but you just can't look away at what you're seeing. It's definitely like that feeling of we watching a movie for sure. Yeah, I wanted to. The reason I got this. Go ahead, Dave. You there? You got something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but how's everybody being? I know I came in a little bit late, but how's everybody doing?
Yeah, everybody's fine. Yeah, all is well, brother. All is well.
All is well. Good on this side. Thank you for asking. Supreme, you good? Soapbox, y'all good? Want to do a little check-in before we get in.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight.
That's good. That's good. Everybody still with us? I see.
Yep.
Most. Soapbox, you there? Probably not. Maybe.
He's been quiet there for a minute.
Yeah. He'll tap in hopefully eventually. But yeah, y'all, the reason I got this Circana on the screen right now is I have been watching that Oliver Stone documentary on Netflix again called United States History They Don't Teach You About something. It's on Netflix. Just type in Oliver Stone. You'll see it. Anyway, in the documentary, he has a quick little part about Circana. And he talks about Circano and the US being in talks with him about something. Now, if y'all are familiar with Sears work, shout out to Asir the Duke of Tears. He put it together in one of his lectures about this. Now, we was talking about earlier about the word black and everything, and how the media's got us, going for this Black Lives Matters, type shit. Check this out, y'all. Serrano was very important during the 1950s, but it's not just because he was the president of Indonesia. It was because he was a Moor and tied all the way back to all of the gold of the gold, not the gold rush, but the silk and gold road in the Middle East, I believe. Now, this is the same gold road of Mansa Musa, Timor Lane, those people. The same gold. Now, why do I bring that up? Because, well, if you look at the U.S. debt clock, that's the money that they're talking about. All that money that's on the U.S. debt clock is tied to this man right here. But here's the thing, it's also tied to us as well, because this is why we're always stressing about nationality and why nationality is so important that you declare it for yourself. Because y'all don't understand the amounts of money that are owed to you and to me.
Right.
So yeah, just do as much of y'all's research on Sukarno. Watch the DVD series documentary on Netflix. Just do your own research, people, because you're gonna be amazed at what happened in this man's lifetime. And The funny thing is that after they popped this guy, the civil rights started over here in America. Now, isn't that funny? Why would that be connected? Well, because they didn't want black people to know that they were Moors back then. So what did they do to fuck us up with that money? They did what's called, they now call it a national treasure here in Little Rock. They did what's called the Little Rock Nine. And with the Little Rock Nine, they tried to do that segregation, integration shit to go into white schools across town.
Right.
And ever since then, we have been in trouble among trouble, and we haven't seen a ounce of daylight hardly since then. It should sound familiar, but at least now we know why things were happening back in history. Like, it never made sense to me why civil rights were so important. Why are they always hammering civil rights and the Little Rock Nine so fucking hard down our throats every year in Black History Month? It's because they don't want us to know what was about to happen when this guy was in office in Indonesia. And I'm pretty sure you know a whole lot about this, being as though you keep up track with the metals, the gold, the silver, all that type of stuff. So yeah, just a little homework assignment for everybody tonight. Do your research on this man. Do your research on the civil rights movement, and hopefully you'll see the connection that I'm trying to tell y'all about. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Time is it there? 12?
It is now. It's Eastern Standard Time is midnight, so it's officially what?
Officially 12. Yeah. We did good tonight, yo. Real good. So hopefully this won't be too long of an episode on the YouTube. Hopefully I won't have to edit or cut nothing down too much,
I doubt it. We did good so far.
We did great, man. We did great.
We did good.
This is the Drop Squad, baby. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like if Cliff was here, he'd say, if thank you for being with us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. So quick thank you to all of y'all, as well as our viewers who are going to be tuning into the video later. Inshallah, God willing. And yeah, just have a peaceful, blessed night.
Definitely.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything? My co-host.
Brain, anybody? Let's get back.
I just want to say, hey, yo, I appreciate y'all having me on. This was a nice show tonight, and
Thank
looking
you, bro.
forward to Sunday. Indeed, sis. And let's just keep putting the information out that we can, to keep uplifting fallen humanity.
Right.
Yes. Indeed, always.
Definitely, indeed.
I'm gonna let since you the leader, I'm gonna let you close us out, man.
All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and close this out. First of all, I want to appreciate everybody that came through, that's already here, that tuned in, my co-host, and all the listeners and everything.
Salute.
Whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Zoom or on IG or whatever social media platform, particularly YouTube. Thank you for coming. We're gonna keep on doing this. We're gonna keep on continuing to go ahead and dropping it like it's hot, dropping this information, dropping you reference points about us knowing our true history, knowing who we are, knowing about your nationality, knowing about your birthright, and you know, you need help with that, we're more than willing to go ahead and give you help with that. No doubt about that. So that's what the Drop Squad was here for, because to go ahead to bring the truth, bring it out like it's supposed to be brought out, straight with no chaser per se. That's the thing. So you know, although it's like it's midnight over here on Eastern Standard, whatever, on my coast. So you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and close this out. But just tune us in Sunday. Sunday is where we do it all at right there. And we get more into civics and so on and so forth. Supreme Mo, myself, Supreme, Cliff, we more the experts on it. David more the experts on it as well. All of us is well versed in that.
Yep.
You know, nationality is still the order of the day. Don't let
Always,
anybody tell you
ever.
anything. And we're not Negro, we're not Black, we're not colored, not African American, not Hispanic, not Latino.
We
This
are
is our
all.
land. We're Aboriginal Indigenous here. This is the real American flag, our flag. Okay. And the same thing go for the brothers and sisters over there in the kingdom of Morocco.
Islam.
Y'all family, whether you want to know it or not. Although some of y'all want to hate on it, but guess what? It's over 10,000 years old.
Got it from us.
These shows prior to 1913, prior to 1492.
Mm-hmm.
Better remember that. So with that said, I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm just going to leave it like 5 basic principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Peace and love. We out.
Yeah. 5 on the left, 2 on the right. We'll see y'all next time. We are the Drop Squad. Peace.
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 Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you Sunday.
See y'all Sunday. Islam. We out of here.
Islam.